What's up, guys? We are headed to the river. We're gonna wade across, try to catch us some walleye and see what else we can get. Beautiful view out here. Early morning. All right, let's see what we can get. Well, the water's looking great right now, to be honest. Super shallow. Hasn't been this shallow in a couple of weeks. We were just here 3 days ago, and it looked nothing like this, to be honest. It is looking really shallow. I'm gonna be able to walk across. It's probably only gonna be knee deep. Gotta take my socks off quick, bear with me. Well, guys, the water is actually pretty fucking warm this morning. I don't know what's going on. It's just been so hot. We haven't had a lot of rain the past couple weeks. But we're gonna get across here over to that island. We might spin off this backside, see if we can catch a nice northern pike. Then we're gonna walk back up, go over to that island, and that's where we're gonna do most of our fishing. So sit with us and let's get through it. All right, guys, well, we made it to our first little stop. We trekked across this little bit of the river. Usually right in here, there's some nice northerns that like to hang out. I'm gonna cast out, see if we can try to grab the attention of one. Man, it's super shallow. I'm not sure if I'll get anything. I'm dragging bottom really hard. Oh, fish on, fish on, fish on, fish on. Yeah, baby. What do we got? What do we got? Nice pike. Nice little pike right off rip, guys. Check that out. Yes, absolutely. Wonderful fish. I'm gonna set him down and grab my pliers. It looks like he's hooked a little weird. There he is, guys. Nice northern right off rip. Look, he's got a broken jaw. Looks like somebody's caught him a couple times before. We're gonna let him go, and hopefully this guy survives. There he goes, right back in the water. Oh, he's not going too far. There he is, he's gone. All right, guys, we're gonna cast one more time here, see if we can get another northern. Otherwise, we're gonna walk over here to this island and see what we can get. All right, guys, we made it to the island. This is my favorite spot. The dam just circles right here, back into this backspin. Usually walleye all throughout here. And over on that bank, yesterday I had a buddy pull out a 41-pound flathead on a jig and a twister. That's what I call some real jigging. But we're gonna cast out a couple times right here before we walk in and see if we can't reel something in. Had a couple big smacks right there. So shallow that these big rocks that are hiding in this sand is just getting snagged up on everything. Try over here a couple times, then I'll get in the water. Thought I was fish on. That was definitely a snag. See what this corner's holding. Hey, my luck, some snags. Definitely some big snags in here today. Cast into that little spin back over there and see if we can't pull out something a little deeper. All right, guys, fish on, baby. Nice one. We got a big fish on right here. I'm gonna give him some line. Whoa, he's big. He's big. What do we got here? See what we got. Look at that. Nice smallie. Nice big smallie. Holy cow. And he's got a fish in his mouth. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Full fish in mouth. I don't know if you guys see that or not. Definitely wild. Look at that. Tank. Absolute tank. A little beat up and shitty, but look at that. There is a fish directly in his mouth. Absolutely insane. This guy is massive. We're gonna let him go. Back over here. And he's off. Heck yeah, let's do a little bit more casting and see what we can get. All right, guys, we're gonna walk over here and we're gonna throw into the current. I got a nice big loop going on the back side of my reel, so I'm not quite sure, but we're gonna get some line out and fix that quick before we do any more big casting. Probably get snagged pretty bad over here. Would you look at that, guys? A small leatherback turtle. There he goes. Don't know if you guys could see that or not, but I just stumbled upon him. He was just hiding here underneath that rock. Which is pretty sweet. All right, I still got that loop in. Let's see if we can get that out. Just let that fucking current take it. There it is, loop gone. Oh, I knew I'd get a big snag. I am not one with the river today. Snags just aren't really my forte today. I've been breaking off on a lot of them, to be honest. Off camera though. That was a super terrible cast. All right, guys, we're gonna walk up out of here. The sun's up. We're gonna go back over to our island that we first started on. I'm gonna cast out a couple times over there, see if we can't grab another northern, and we're gonna go from there. Water's still super warm. Super warm. Not excited about that. I don't like walking in the warm water. Hey, the cold water's not any better, but honestly, the warm water just feels terrible. It's about, I don't know, knee deep right here. Gets a little deeper. Pockets are getting a little wet now. Got a bunch of rocks in my right shoe. Hopefully we make it across here before I trip and fall. All right guys, we're over at the island where we first started. This is where we caught that nice northern. We're gonna cast out again, see if we can't get another one out of here. Like I said, it's super shallow here. Oh, I was on. Fish was on, came off. There's a snag. Yeah, that's not what we want. Seems like he might have been the only one that was hiding up in here earlier this morning. Well, there's a nice backspin right over here. We're gonna try this if I can make it across. All right guys, we're gonna climb back up out of here. Honestly, the wind picked up. I'm kind of cold, but beautiful out here. Just talked to a guy who's gonna go fish out there. Walked all the way across to the far side and everything, and we only caught 2 fish, but that's okay. I love getting out here early in the morning before I have to go and do some work. The dam's looking real low out here, to be honest. We're gonna go head back to the truck and hit one more spot before we gotta head to work. We'll see you at the next spot. All right guys, we are at our next spot. It's a private quarry. Gotta have permission to be out here. Luckily, I have it. Check this place out. It's absolutely beautiful out here. Usually the water is crystal clear. Looks like there's a little bit of a green hue to it. Look at that. There's a bunch of fry right there. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Bunch of baby fish. Usually there's bluegill beds everywhere. Walk out here and I'll show you if I can. Oh, there's some bluegill. Nice bluegill out in here. The water's super warm here too. Might just be because of the sun beating down on this. We're gonna cast out, see if we can't roll in. Nice crappie. All right guys, we did switch it up a little bit. We're gonna be dropping a 1/4 ounce jig head with a Mr. Crappie snapjack in refrigerator white. These things usually work really good for me with the crappie. And because it's a deeper quarry, I'm throwing on the 1/4 so it drops a lot faster in the water. We'll see if we can pull up one this time. Cast it a couple times with the pink twister, and we didn't really get anything, so not even a bluegill. We're gonna try this out and see how it goes. Absolutely beautiful out here though. Slightly windy today, but nonetheless, it is beautiful. These crappie out here tend to sit real deep. And they always bite on the paws. All right, guys, we're back in the car. Well, the truck, I should say. And I think we're done for right now. It is 8:13. I gotta get to the house. I gotta shower. I gotta put on work clothes. Gotta work for about an hour, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna hop in the kayak and we're gonna go back out here. Hopefully we can slay some crappie today. I'm really hoping so. I just was here for about 35 minutes with not a single bite from crappie. Had a couple bluegills chasing it in, but anyways, we'll be back in just a little bit. All right, guys, we're in the kayak, and we have been for about an hour. I didn't have my camera on, but we have caught absolutely nothing, and usually this is the best bass spot that I fish. I'm using a Senko and an 1/8. Not sure what's going on, but nothing is biting right now. I talked to some people that are using worms, and they're not even getting any bites from bluegill or nothing. So I don't know if the pressure's up in the air or if this pond has just hit a algae blossom and shit's just not going right. But I will say that I'm gonna cast a couple more times, and if nothing goes right, then I'm going to head on out of here and go right back to the river. So stay tuned and we'll see what happens. What's up, guys? We're back at the river. We got the homie Dylan with. We got a couple cervezas. And we're headed across, hopefully to catch some more fish. The water's a little colder than it was earlier. It was super warm this morning. Now it's, I don't know. I think it's pretty cold. Definitely colder than it was. All that northern rain that we got last night, probably coming down the river now. But we'll talk at you when we get back over to the island. Hey, fish on, baby. Fish on. Yeah, hey, it feels like something small. What do we got here? Another smallie.
Yeah. Rock bass.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Damn.
Now this is a little rock bass.
Yes, sir. I couldn't see it with all this alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, check that out. Another one for the river. We're about to move down the river and go crazy. Hey, look, we're gonna send him off with the goodbye kiss. Mwah. Gone. All right, guys, we are at our next spot. We had trekked through the woods. There was just a snake. That's why I was being distracted. Hey, Dylan's got the cooler with beer and the worms. Yeah. I just have my pole. Very irresponsible. It's all good, though. We got to walk all the way down here. There's a nice riverbank full of rocks that I believe we can get out on and really catch some good fish. So, while we trek through this, you guys hang tight and we will be right back. All right, guys, we just got to this spot. Pretty fucking sick. We've never been here before. The river splits off and it looks like it's fed this way by a stream, but in this stream we just saw a bunch of common carp, a couple smallmouth bass swimming around. I had a smallmouth on. He didn't hook, but that's okay. We're still gonna keep trying. I think we have potential for some very large fish in here. We're gonna walk across, we're gonna fish this backspin right here, and then we're gonna walk down the riverside. Well, guys, we're upstream of the creek that flows into the river. We've seen a couple nice smallmouth. I was on, they didn't take the hook. They did take the paddle tail, but crystal clear water. I mean, you can see directly through all of this. We got some really cool trees breaking off in here. I assume there's gonna be a couple more smallmouth right at the end of this rock spillway. And hopefully I can snag one out. Well guys, I'm in the creek. Camera wasn't on the right setting, but I'm on.
Got
So
a
we got
baby
a
rock bass
nice rock.
off the little baby minnow.
A
You
little
know how we go.
orange and chartreuse paddle tail. Let me see that bad boy. Hey, look at that. Nice little rock bass chilling right here in this creek bed. Beautiful see-through water. We murked it up a little bit from walking. Dylan's emptying his rocks for the rock bass. This guy is a beaut. Look at this little guy. Chartreuse and orange paddle tail. I'm gonna let him go. Mwah. Hey, fish on. Fish on.
Nice rock bass.
Yeah. Another one. We're down in the river. Found this nice little rock bed and pulled out a rock bass. Absolutely fucking awesome. We've never been in this part of the river before. I think it's pretty sweet. Again, we're using a chartreuse jig head with a orange paddle tail. Nice rock bass. Super cool. About to let him back go. Right by Dylan's feet. Hey, Dylan's out here. Hey, look. And he's back gone. See if we can catch some more. Alright guys, well, we're done for the day. We walked the river. We caught a couple smallmouth, a couple rock bass, one northern. Dylan got skunked out, didn't catch fucking anything. Not too happy about that. Caught a little buzz, it's alright. But we're gonna try again tomorrow. So if you want to keep following along and liking the shit, then like, follow, and subscribe to the channel. We're gonna keep doing this shit as long as we can.